Since the creation of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or NASA, and the space race of the 1950s between America and Russia, our goal as not only a nation but as a human race has always been to strive in the advancement of space exploration and technology to discover new possibilities and knowledge of our solar system. Today, I will be informing you on NASA's recent mission, the exploration of planet Mars, and the rover Perseverance's recent landing, and the discoveries that are occurring and will occur hopefully in the near future. The mission on Mars will be successfully executed due to the invention and technology put into Perseverance, including the collection of data and geological samples that would take place for the duration of it. Exploration and interpretation of the surface of Mars terrain will be crucial to human existence and human efforts to advance and expand knowledge on the mysterious Mars and utilize the data recorded to extend life form into space and put Mars resources, if any are found, to good use. Let's now talk about Perseverance, the latest rover created for Mars exploration. According to NASA's official Mars 2020 fact sheet, Perseverance has dimensions roughly to that of a car, with it being about 10 feet long, 9 feet wide, and 7 feet tall. But the weight of the rover is an astounding 2,260 pounds. They modeled it closely to the Curiosity rover that successfully launched on November 6, 2011, with the similar purposes to that of Perseverance. Perseverance is equipped with brand new technology in the hopes that it will allow us to provide better provisions and conditions for future rovers and one day humans as well. For example, the engineering team will be testing a system called terrain relative navigation that is supposed to be an autopilot for advancing hazards, and a set of sensors called Medley 2, which stands for Mars Entry, Descent, and Landing Instrumentation 2, that is responsible for the gathering of data during its exploration of the terrain. So why are we sending satellites and rovers to Mars? Well, one of the purposes is to seek signs of life. According to Smithsonian Magazine, in short, back in 1996, they discovered a meteorite that they suspected came from the planet Mars that contained traces of carbon and minerals, which, as we all know, we are made up of these things, and so is everything that is living here on Earth. These molecules were synthesized by microbes or bacteria of some kind. Because these particular minerals and carbons were present, that would also mean life was as also present at some point on Mars. So since the discovery, everyone is still, of course, skeptical of life on Mars and a possibility of what we know as aliens. But because of this and the ever expanding curiosity of the unknown, we make it our purpose to explore the beyond our planet, and this is why rovers such as Perseverance are created. Another reason is collecting rock and soil samples. Scientists are very interested in figuring out the geology of Mars. It's crucial to understand the conditions of Mars before we could even think of sending man to this place. According to the Mars fact sheet, they suspect that Mars was not always the cold and dry planet it is today. Rather, they believe that billions of years ago, the planet was actually a wet planet, and that there is a very strong possibility that there very may have been proper conditions for life on Mars. So, Perseverance is on a clear mission to collect samples of rock and dirt from Mars to analyze its composition further and to further our knowledge of what Mars was like billions of years before our lifetime. The unfortunate part of this mission is that this mission does not include bringing the rock samples back to Earth. Rather, its mission is to take a picture and mark it for future missions to retrieve those rocks to bring back to Earth for scientific study. Matter of fact, according to Twitter, Perseverance has a Twitter account that you can follow, and there you'll find a bio that states Perseverance's hobbies are photography, collecting rocks, and off-roading. which in fact are its main purposes. And you can find pictures of the samples of rocks that are being collected that in the future, for our next mission, we can physically inspect its properties when they are picked up and transported back to Earth. So, where on Perseverance's timeline are we, and what should we expect for the future? So, let's talk about Perseverance's timeline. Perseverance launched on July 30, 2020 at 7:50 a.m. and landed on Mars February 18, 2021 at the Jezero crater. They chose this site as their landing site because they believed this was the place that once contained a large body of water millions of years ago, and where there is water, there is a possibility of life. As for the future of Perseverance and the Mars mission, this operation is supposed to last one Mars year, which is roughly 687 days of Earth days, which is a little more than a year and a half. In this time, the hope is to collect as much data as we possibly can to understand the red planet at least a little better than we do thus far. As far as geological samples, those rocks that the rover has collected over the span of this mission will hopefully be collected and returned here to Earth for investigation on another mission. Perseverance is to follow a calculated travel plan that you can find on the NASA website for the duration of its mission. The purpose of this is to stay closely to the location where life could have thrived and collect all the data and samples from this area, since Jezero is believed to have once contained a lake within it and might lead us to finding living organisms such as bacteria. In conclusion, space exploration will continue to drive man forward into furthering our knowledge base of the red planet we are so interested in, and the technological advances that are happening every day, such as the creation of rover Perseverance. Perhaps in the very near future, we will be able to say we successfully launched man onto Mars, and mankind will be able to live upon the red planet one day.